With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can find options that fit your budget, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, like when I hold the door for someone. Sure, it may be weird if I don't time it right, and they're a little too far away, and now they're running, and we're both asking ourselves, is it worth it to run instead of just, letting them open their own door?
But still, it's the right thing to do. So get options based on your needs with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
If you're looking for heavy-duty storage solutions, look no further than the Home Depot. Because we take the term heavy-duty very literally. Like our Husky 5-tier heavy-duty garage shelving unit. Each shelf has a weight capacity of 1,000 pounds when evenly distributed. That's a total of 2.5 tons of durable, no-nonsense, load-me-up-with-everything-you-got storage. Right now, save up to 25% on select heavy-duty storage solutions. Store more, save more. Shop in-store and online at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Hello, welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, the daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures each and every day of the work week. It is Friday, so here we go. You got that extra little step knowing that, hey, man, the weekend is here, and we've got good things planned because Saturday is a first, the 3 p.m. Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. The schedule has been quite extensive this week with sports, PA work, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So, yeah, that's how we're doing it this time around. So looking forward to that. Should be fantastic. And, you get done with the week. Hopefully you don't have to work Saturday. I wouldn't call what I do work. Okay, it's just stuff. And I will continue to do that stuff until I am no longer able to do stuff. All right? So, welcome. I'm so glad you are here. If you want that Ben and Eric show, it is going to be on Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane. All right. Show originates in the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker studio. I have an Eric Zane Show podcast. Urological update. As you know, I am not it'll just go away on itself. I'm not going to the doctor. Yeah, this has been brewing for quite some time. A lot of waking up in the middle of the night, and I don't know. I don't know where it begins and ends. I don't know what's related to kidney donation. I don't know there's something wrong with me. I don't know. And what do people say when you start complaining about issues? They say, go to the doctor. Well, I'm always like, yep, I am. In fact, yesterday after the free podcast, I got done and immediately called the doc. They said, come on in. 11:45. Fuck yes. Hammered out the Patreon. Finished the Patreon. Off we go. Check in. Everybody still wears masks in hospital settings. That's cool. I like wearing a mask. I kind of wish the whole mask thing would come back. Go in there. This nurse is super nice. And I talked about this on the Patreon. I'm like, no, I didn't talk about this on the Patreon. I talked about this on the Compound Media show I did yesterday, which hasn't been made public. I walk in there and she's fantastic. I've seen her many times there, but I don't know her name, of course. Well, describe to me the problem. And I'm like, well, you have it all written down there. I told the first person on the phone when I booked this what the problem was. You know what the problem is. Well, my penis is burning. Inside of my penis feels like there's a burning sensation. My bladder feels like it's very full, very fast. And then when I actually go pee, it's hard to go pee. It's like trickle, dribble, stupid drip. And then hardly any comes out. And my testicles are a little uncomfortable. They feel like there's just something amiss. Something's going on there. I'm not sure what. She goes, okay. She goes, here, pee in this cup. I go, I can't. She says, what do you mean? I said, I went just before I came here. She kind of looks at me funny. I go, I'm sorry. I had to go. That's part of the problem. Start drinking water. So I start drinking water. Now, by the time I got done with Doc, I was able to go, of course. Let me just cut to the ending. And then I'll tell you the middle. I've been diagnosed with prostatitis, inflammation of the prostate gland. Easily remedied with about 10 days of antibiotics. The prostate is bigger, it's angry, it's the pee, the tube the pee comes out of runs through it, and then it kind of like clamps down on it. It's like the prostate itself is doing Kegel exercises on the tube where the pee comes out, the urethra, way up there. In order to find that out, he had to eliminate some possibilities of what it also could be. So we're doing a little Q&A, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm going to get through this. No problem. He's taking notes, and he's asking me about this, that, and the other thing, and what the uncomfortableness is like. And then as he's wrapping it up, I'm like, this is going to be the easiest thing in the world. And he goes, okay, wait a minute, 2 more things. And he's got to look like, and I'm like, the look on your face is you're telling me that something really uncomfortable is about to happen, but you have to do this. He says, you're right. Puts on the gloves. He goes, I need to check your testicles. I go, well, there you go. That's the 2 things. That was a little Doc humor. 1, make it 2 things. I drop him. He's getting in there and touching my ball bag. And he goes, is this uncomfortable? I go, well, I mean, it doesn't hurt. But then he touches the spot affiliated with that spermatic cord, which I've talked to you about. That it was, I don't know why that still hurts. It's 2 years ago, but it's sensitive there. And I go, wow. He goes, huh? I go, yeah, that's what I was telling you about. No big deal. And then he feels around, checking for like any type of like foreign thing, or I don't know, something that could be a tumor, I guess. And he goes, all right. Everything's great. I reach down to grab my pants. He goes, hey. No. He goes, we're not done. I go, what do you mean? He goes, turn around, bend over, elbows on the exam table. Now, I had hopes that we could skip this. But no, he's doing his job, and he's a damn good doc. He needs to determine if, I guess, there's something wrong, if he can tell there's like a tumor or anything on the prostate gland. And the only way to access that, the access port is your butthole. Now, let me just say, before I get into the dirty details of this, there are people in this world, women and men, probably some of you who are listening right now would not dare to reveal that information, except for maybe Amanda, who are like, the best feeling in the world is something up my butt. That does not compute. I just don't understand. Now, the doc didn't exactly go in there sensually. He was all business. I mean, he went deep. Oh, no. He did a little looby-looby and then 2 fingers. And wow, he completely shanked me out. He was going from side to side, up and down. And I'm like, fuck. I go, wow. He goes, now, is this uncomfortable? Does this hurt? I go, well, it doesn't hurt, but it's uncomfortable. And then all of a sudden, I had this urge to pee. And I said, I can feel it in my penis, Doc. I can feel it in my penis. Can you imagine the people outside of the door? He goes, yeah, you're supposed to. You're supposed to. I go, well, Jesus, yeah. Well, that's what's uncomfortable. I felt like, you remember that scene in Pulp Fiction when what the fucking black guy with the ball gag in his mouth? What the fuck is his name? Marcellus? When Zed was jamming him from behind, and then what's his name? Bruce Willis's character comes in and cuts him all to pieces. I felt like Marcellus in that scene. Oh, there was nothing sensual about it. He went in strong and fast and just jammed me. Oh, my God. Oh, it was so intense. I was expecting to look down and see 2 fingers coming out of the tip of my dick. Oh, my God. Then finally it was over. Now, in my mind, when his fingers were no longer in my butthole, that when he pulled out, it went. But I think that's just my mind tricking me. That didn't actually happen. He goes, oh, yeah, that thing's fine. It's just big. It's inflamed. It's angry. So this is what you're going to do. I'm giving you 10 days of antibiotics. I just ordered them for you. And I'm giving you a medicine that is, you see advertised a lot. It's called FlowMax. And it is for benign prostatic hyperplasia and chronic prostatitis, which is what I have. I go, so how does that work? He goes, oh, well, while the antibiotics are doing their job, the FlowMax will decrease the size of the prostate somehow, or settle the muscles down around it so that it won't be putting so much pressure on your pee tube. I go, all right, yeah. I go, so how long do I take that? He goes, as long as needed. Like, it's right away. Like, he goes, when you get old, you got to take that every day. But you, after this clears up, you won't have to take it anymore. I go, all right, so I'm just getting out of here with a raping, and then that's it. And so that was, I didn't actually say that, but in my mind I was. Whew. Went to Walmart, bought the medicine. They have a thing now where if you get a new, and I don't ever remember this, but at Walmart, when you get the medicine and it's something you've never gotten before, or maybe all pharmacies do this, but I've never had this happen. They like get it all ready, the clerk, and then instead of giving it to you, they leave it on their side of the counter, and then the pharmacist comes over and explains everything you need to know about this medicine. Now, I already know everything there is to know about this medicine. I know more than that pharmacist knows. Okay? Because I know specifically how it's going to affect me or how it could and how I need this. And man, okay. So then this dude, he's telling me about all of this. And he's a pro, complete pro, but he had kind of a half smirk on him. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, he recognizes me, and he knows that my prostate is squeezing my dick tube. He knows that an hour earlier, I had a man's fingers in my butt. He is well aware of what has happened to your old pal Eric Zane. God. Got my in fact, I took him right there at Walmart. He goes, yeah, get in that. The doc says, or the pharmacist says, get one of these antibiotics in you right now. And then take one at bedtime. Twice a day. Whew. We're on the road to recovery because I took that FlowMax. And, by the end of the day, I was doing okay. I came around. Maureen is listening to the show. She says, I had to turn this off because I work with kids. Cole says, 2 in the stink. That's it. Marcellus Wallace. That's his name. All right. Another reference to the same film. Nick says, not as bad as storing a watch up there for 2 years. All right, folks. That's it. I'm going to be okay. I'm happy about that. Well on the road to recovery. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're getting the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, it is time to say goodbye. I encourage you to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live and hit the follow button. Or, on your mobile device, download the Twitch app. After you do that, hit the little magnifying glass and search Eric Zane Live. All one word, and hit the follow button. When you have the show on Twitch, which starts Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern, you can dim the screen if you want and listen to it as if it were your favorite morning radio show. Or, if you are on Twitch, you can watch later on the video on demand. And it's that simple. If you subscribe to Twitch, which is different than follow, with your Amazon Prime account, you get one free a month, and you have to do that each month manually. Or if you throw a few dollars at it, and you have to do that each month, you get the show minus commercials. Video commercials, that is, which Twitch just drops them in at like random times, I think. That's their thing. Anyway, that's what you do. I would appreciate the support because it doesn't cost you anything at all to go to twitch.tv/Eric Zane Live and follow it. That way you can give yourself a username, chat amongst the group, and always a good time. Email me, eric@ericzaneshow.com on the Shoreliners Striping inbox. And if you ever just want to listen to the audio on demand podcast, I am on every podcasting platform that exists. Just search Eric Zane Show on your favorite one, and you will be all set. There's also a Patreon, patreon.com/Eric Zane, if you want to get even more Eric Zane Show podcasting. That is a paywall. It's OnlyFans minus the porno. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. 11 bonus episodes per week on Patreon. But for now, you folks on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook, I am going to send you on your way. Facebook and Twitch brought to you by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. YouTube needs a sponsor. I need a sponsor for the YouTube channel, and I need a sponsor for Around the Radio. Let's right now go around the radio. Normally we do this later in the show. Let's check it out earlier, see what's happening.
Aaron Frazier's got a brand new EP titled Live from the Easy Eye Sound that was looking for a brand new game. Wu-Fei and Abigail Washburn prior to that from their self-titled 2020 release, the song Banjo Guzheng, Pickin' Girls.
Okay, this is like the public station where, if you like say, hey, I want to do a show, they'll let you in there. So one of you should do that.
Left me a mule to ride. Concert for George, Joe Brown doing Here Comes the Sun, and we opened up with Daisy May, Rise Up Singing from the 2007
this
release.
This guy's got a
Mother
great
Moon,
sounding voice.
At the 8 o'clock hour started.
Oh, his mouth is wet.
Excuse me. Sport Today on WYC comes from Tiger Solar, formerly Alt Energy Inc., a solar contractor designing renewable energy systems and serving Grand Rapids, and managed and staffed by professionals familiar with the region and its people. Tiger Solar's installers can walk customers through designing a company.
I've had enough.
Well, he tried to wash his hands when he condemned Jesus, but that didn't work. Anyway, thanks, Jim.
Jesus, of course. Jesus. Always sounds the same. It's always like building. I think it was Ryan who said, it seems like every one of the songs like this are sung by the exact same guy. Maybe it was Sam who said that. Oh, Adam said it. It was Adam. Adam S.
Greatness.
D93.
Fantastic.
The best fortitude you're willing to buy today. West Michigan's Mix 95.7.
I got my head out the sunroof. I'm blasting my favorite tunes. I only got one thing on my mind.
Big Bob scores take less. This is a Doug game. I don't know. Just have that feeling. And Doug played.
This is
out of his mind. I think he
Anthony Dorito on 96.1.
This may be cheating, but I picked them all. The pizza, the chicken, the desserts,
LAV.
the fresh salads, and all the...
You might get like 2 or 3 years of free read.
Laugh talk.
A priest.
I'm just confused. Like, she's a psychic, but didn't see this coming.
Yeah. It's almost like she's a fraud.
Yeah,
It's almost like she's full of crap. But most psychics are better at committing the fraud where they hedge their bets enough that they can't be pinned down on the exact detail so that A, they can't be proven wrong.
Right.
And B,
Yeah.
Grand Rapids' greatest hits, 98.7 FGR. Happy Friday.
Oh, it's
We
Madonna.
are feeling good. It's a captain right here. Coming up, have the cutest kid video of the week. Little 6-year-old boy, he wants to protest the government. What could a 6-year-old want to protest the government about? Well, my little friend Brody.
Quit talking over the song, asshole. Get to it.
Frankly, I agree with him. And we'll tell you what it is in a couple songs.
Here it is.
So wicked cute.
Somebody kiss me. Somebody hug me. I think they're okay. If they don't give me
Every penny, I just walk away.
why can't they?
44.
Joy 99.
Oh. Oh my God. Oh God, listen to that. part of this song is a masterpiece.
His blood's enough for me. Why isn't it enough for you?
Come on. I wanted to do some devil voice on this. Come on, man. Is that it?
The poor man begging on the street, the rich and poor alike both need to come to Christ the only way. Humble as they hear God say, isn't it enough?
His blood's enough for me. Why isn't it enough for you?
Yeah, come on now, bring it home, baby.
And yes, it is enough. God sent his son, and Jesus is enough. The holy one, how could it be enough? The worst that we could do.
His blood's forgiven me, my friend. Is it enough for you?
There's a pretty fair chance that I am going to go to hell after that. Imagine if after I croak, I go up there and God's like, oh man, dude, you crushed it back then on February 10th, 2023, because I don't even like that music. Seriously. So that was just hilarious.
You're listening to BBN, sharing the love of our Lord.
This is BBN News.
I thought immediately of Paul writing to the Ephesians saying that
Symptoms feel mild. Following allegations that the woman who ran that facility was trouble.
Can you imagine that?
Draft. They do their
that doesn't surprise me.
NFL draft in Vegas. Can't you just do that anywhere? But it's a thing.
Getting away from your women.
That is your trip around the radio dial. Welcome back here. That was fun. Always is. Ladies and gentlemen, my friends at the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage want to make sure you know everything there is to know when it comes to getting a mortgage. They suggest getting pre-approved before you start to shop. Want to make sure you've got the right pre-approval, how much money, the appropriate amount that you can get for your spending. My gosh, that is absolutely critical. No matter where you are in the listening audience, reach out to the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. NMLS number 3035 to keep this legal. I guess I have to say that. But whether it's your first mortgage, you've done this many times in the past, perhaps you need to refi some money out of your home. You know, you have a lot of equity in your home that you already own to pay off a credit card bill or go on a trip or whatever the hell. Call upon the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage, 231-332-6505. And thank you. Installing flooring in the home. Oh, yeah, sure, you can do it yourself. One mess up, and it's going to look like shit. And your wife's going to hate you. It's going to be uneven. There's going to be gaps. It's going to look rough. Because you're not a professional. Have a professional come into your home and install the flooring right the first time. Bennett Flooring Installation. 616-318-0167. If you are in the West Michigan area, call up Jacob Bennett. He'll show up. He'll measure the room. And then by the end of the day, you'll get an estimate of what it's going to cost for you to have that flooring professionally installed. The flooring that I want you to install, please purchase it. Well, you're going to want to purchase it from Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Okay? The lowest price on flooring in the entire state. And that's for all types of flooring. From the best manufacturers, the best selling brands, all under one roof. It's a warehouse, not the prettiest flower. Okay? Right behind Little Caesars on Chicago Drive in Granville, Michigan, on the west side of the state. It is worth the trip within reason. If you want to save money, I mean, honestly, if you're coming from the UP, you're going to spend more on gas than you would the savings. But if you're in the immediate area, even as far as Muskegon and in some cases beyond, head over to Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet. Already the lowest price on flooring because they buy so much of it. They can get you in the door because they sell it to you at a lower price. On top of that, mention my name and you will save 10% in addition at Johnson Carpet One Discount Outlet, the home of breaking news hound Kent. Drop the E, add a U. Thank you, Kent. By the way, I should point this out. The medicine I'm taking didn't immediately end my problem, so I have to go tinkle. And this may happen twice today again. I'm a little bit screwed up, but I feel better. Don't go anywhere. I would appreciate it if you stay right there. I will be back. Probably stood there for 2.5 minutes waiting to go pee. So annoying. And then, like a tablespoon came out. It's just so dumb. I'm not really in the discomfort, though, that I was yesterday. Corey says I'm old. Well, you know, these things happen. You will one day be old, too. But I'm guessing you will still be playing video games because you're a child. Hey, I'm going to sit around and play video games for 5 hours today. What? The fuck are you doing? Let's move on. I have something spectacular to show you. It's a fight at a hockey game. All right, dude in the Dallas Stars shirt, as you can see in the still, is going to get popped right in the face. Audio check, video check, microphone check. The girlfriend will jump in trying to assist him after this dude pops him. This guy's just looking on, enjoying the show. He doesn't move. The way this started was green shirted dude says to big guy who's above him in the seats, you know, higher ground, how about you step down here and I'll box your ass? The other male appeared unbothered until the same guy says, he said, all right then. He continued, stay the fuck up there, dumbass N-word. That was all it took for dude above him to deliver that right hand. Now, if you're listening to the audio podcast later on, then you need to click on the link so you can see this shit. I'm going to roll it in its entirety, and then we will come back and break it down like I like to do. It should be noted that a dude in the Stars jersey, an absolutely ridiculous haircut, like fucking Amish bangs with a mullet. And he's shit-faced, too. Hang on, that's loud. Pick it up. Why don't you step down here and I'll box your ass?
How about you step down here and I'll box your ass? All right, then.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. And then his chick. Little boy, and they're playing with his hair. And they're so easily manhandling this fucking pipsqueak.
Little boy. Hell no, I ain't done shit. I ain't done shit. Give me first, right? Give me the first. Is that your No, fuck that. Fuck that. Give me first, right? No, fuck that. No.
Holy shit. How this dude is such a tough talker, and he's fucking horrible at fighting. He's stupid too. Everybody knows that when you're in that vulnerable position, when you're on the low ground, a fat guy here who throws, I mean, that punch looked to be a pretty solid shot right to the face. I don't think you need to punch this guy that hard to send him fucking flying. I've watched this about 100 times. It's absolutely great. You got dude eating that punch. This dude just staring at him like, yeah, you know what? You haven't crossed the line yet because you're so not intimidating. Okay, dumbass N-word. Now, I'm going to frame by frame the dude's right hand. Okay, now the fist is made. This guy has started to make his move. And he'll turn his hips. This guy still doesn't know what's up. And then there it is. Talk about no reaction time. He just connected right in that dude's face. The guy goes, yeah! A dude in the blue with the hoodie. Just like, hey, man, what's going on? He doesn't move. And then dude who threw the punch just grabs him with one hand and holds him back. What an easy win this is. Holy shit. And then then the guy throws another one. The guy goes flying again. This guy is such a little shit. The chick has a better chance of inflicting damage because she's just wildly flailing. No one harms her. They just kind of like, all right, settle down. So she's throwing those wild punches. And then the fact that they just take this fucking little shit and pin his ass down. And the guy's playing with his hair. Hey, little boy. This guy is so physically inept to talk that much shit. Writing checks with your mouth that your ass can't cash. This would be me. This would be me in a fight.
Little boy. Hey, little boy. No, fuck. Little boy. No, hey, fuck that. Boy.
No, fuck that, bitch.
I ain't done shit. Give me first, right? Give me the first. Is that your No, fuck that. Fuck that. Give me first, right? No, fuck that. No.
Oh, God. So they probably both got kicked out. But, oh, man, that's like a new favorite of mine. That is special. Corey says she's the better fighter. Well, she had a better chance to inflict damage. I don't think she did. Ryan says his reaction time is slow. He had to mull it over because it was a hairy situation. Oh, God, I want to actually ban you for that. Yeah, you're probably going to eat some time. Is this the fight that Joey was talking about earlier in the show? Probably. That wouldn't surprise me. What did he... Let me see what he did. I can't see it. It wouldn't surprise me. He just blurred in here. Just, hey, guess what's going on? Yeah, it's not the Joey show. I guess yesterday Megan broke the news about the drive-by long before Kent did. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, once again, try not to give me breaking news on the chat. Send it in on Facebook. We can get through this together. I can train you all to do this. I know I can. All right. So that was just a spectacular ass kicking right there. No one really got hurt. All right. Speaking of sports. Last night at the basketball game, I had another Grand Rapids Gold basketball game. And we had the Selfie Cam. We brought the Selfie Cam back. In case you don't know, you just they put it on the Jumbotron, a big ass QR code. You hold your phone up to it, and then the next thing you know, your phone turns on, and you are on the big board. Now, this has been the scene of numerous incidents where young boys and men, Tyler, start to act like they're sucking dick. It's an unbelievable phenomenon. The only woman I've ever seen do that is Madonna. She was backstage at the Grammys. We played that video of her being a fucking idiot. And she started to do that, act like she was sucking a dick. So, young dudes at sporting events and Madonna do this. So, it's on the big board. There's like a dad and his son, and they're waving. And then maybe girls' night out. Oh, hi, yeah, woo, party. Yeah, go, woohoo. Rally towel, maybe. The fourth one. Bros. And I'm like, keep your eye on these guys. Keep your eye. They're going, yeah. And all of a sudden, there it is. Right on camera. They are on cue. I knew it was coming. That's the world famous pepper grinder cam. We might as well just call it that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Big Gold Game, and here's the selfie. Here is the pepper grinder cam. Let's see how well you can suck dick. Shit. Come on, man. Anyway, super inappropriate. There's kids all over the place. So now, again, all this does is it builds on the story. More and more people are going to do this. And then we're going to be seeing 3-year-old kids doing the pepper grinder and their moms urging them on, saying, good job. Fucking terrible. Bunch of animals. You're fucking animals is what you are. prior to that, huge, came walking up to me. Hey, Billy. I started talking to him. And the quantity of ketchup and mustard blended together and on his hoodie was staggering. I mean, there was so much ketchup and mustard from the hot dog he ate. It was kind of like it looked like he got shot or something. It was ridiculous. And I go, hey, I got bad news. And he didn't know that he had done it. And it hadn't been wiped off at all. It was still like a mass of condiments on there. People could have used his hoodie to put condiments on their hot dog. He had so much of it on there. And I go, hey, dude, I hate to break the news to you, but you got a lot of ketchup and mustard on your hoodie. He looks down, and he's like, oh shit, you got a napkin? I go, no. So he grinds it, he kind of wipes it, and it's a dark camouflage gray, one of those gray, different shades of gray, camouflage, whatever. He just kind of ground it into there. And the Gold won. In fact, they beat the shit out of the best team in the league last night, which is the opposite of what happened the night before. So that was a good time. We had a guy on our team, Chasen Randall, get extremely hot. I think he scored like 27 points in the fourth quarter. Ding dong, won't take the call. No big deal. Should have seen it, though, man. I'm telling you, there was so much ketchup and mustard on there. It was just like, oh, God. I could actually smell it. There was so much ketchup and mustard. I'm like, I smell ketchup and mustard, and it's right by my face. Oh, my God, it's on your hoodie. Poor guy. Must have really wolfed down those hot dogs. All right. Story I'm following about a person who owns a daycare. Now, I understand why this person did this. This person runs a daycare, and sometimes you want to make sure that the kids are safe. All right. Now, if you run a daycare, what the parents expect you to do is watch the children. All right? They're trusting you to take care of their kids. However, sometimes you want to play Candy Crush, do the laundry, take the dogs for a walk, whatever. So what you do is you put the kids in a safe environment and lock them in it. Now, I don't know if this is a regular practice, like at all daycares. I'll tell you right now, if I had a daycare, I would run it like a dog daycare, and the kid gets their own kennel. They can play to their heart's content in there. You don't lose your mind with all these asshole kids screaming at you. And, I mean, what the fuck? Why not? But I am not running a daycare. This lady, though, in Rockford is. And now she's in deep shit. Audio check, video check, microphone check. She was locking the kids up in tents.
From the station with the most local news in our West.
This is where Ryan used to work.
17 News at 6 starts right now.
The state has shut down a child care provider in Kent County after she admitted to keeping her kids locked up in tents.
Our Julia Denmeyer joining us live from the newsroom tonight with
tents. Now, are these tents indoors or are they outdoors? Do the kids have to shit in an outhouse too?
We know so far, Julie.
Yeah, Janice, I know plenty of people are having a hard time finding childcare as well, so this comes as even more of a blow for families. Connie Rookus runs a group of childcare home off of Young Avenue in Cortland Township, that's just east of Rockford. Now, according to the Department of License and Regulatory Affairs, or LARA, Rookus admitted to using tents to lock up children for several years. And when she acknowledged what she did was wrong, she says she doesn't believe that those actions are abuse. Rookus's...
No, I agree with you. Of course not. It should be noted that this sign here in the front yard, it looks like they have constructed a billboard. And it says Trump 2020. And the typical all lives matter, blue lives matter, one of those deals.
License suspension went into effect yesterday evening, and while she still has a few days to appeal during this time, she's not allowed to care for any kids at the home and must notify all parents about the situation.
Okay, so she's in trouble. All of the families that bring the kids there, they don't, it's okay that they are now scrambling to find childcare because they're all Trump followers. So at the end of the day, who really gives a shit?
She first got her license back in 2003 with a capacity of 6 children.
Look, I like how I love how Fox 17 actually got a close-up of that sign, which says, "Make liberals cry." In this home, we stand for our flag. We lock our kids in tents. All lives matter. Babies' rights are human rights. Men are men and women are women. Oh, no. Oh boy. Oh, my God. Ryan says, haha, that's a video poor story. Yeah, that's a video poor story is what that means. Cover it with B-roll. I don't know what any of that fucking means. What are you telling me? English, please.
Children. That was later bumped up to 14 in March of 2021. We're not aware of...
What's the significance of the stripes-only flag? Or is that just one flag that's just ripped to shit? I think that's what it is. Which I know is against the flag code.
Any complaints against her.
That is what it is.
But Laura did share this timeline with us. The first complaint came in February 1st, alleging Rookus was locking kids up during nap time and was alone with 13 children, also letting infants play in bouncy seats.
Yeah, you see, truth be told, this is all fine. There should be no problem with any of this.
A couple days later, Rookus stated that she has locked up 5 to 6 kids individually in small tents, saying it's easier to ensure their safety.
Exactly.
And to know they're not destroying things. She even admitted to removing those locks.
Come on, kids, gather around. We're going to reenact January 6th.
Before allowing parents to come in and tour her home. Laura made an unannounced visit February 6th, also finding 3 yards where kids could go outside and play, enclosed in fabric so they couldn't get out. Rookus had 13 kids in her care during the visit, all under the age of 6.
Oh, wow. I don't know if that's too many. I don't know.
Healthy, thank goodness. But Laura says any child who...
Well, but they're brainwashed. Those kids are going to be brainwashed by this chick.
...enters the home would be at risk of imminent harm, so they made that decision to suspend her license. In the meantime, the Kent County Sheriff's...
She's going to blame liberals. That's what she's going to do.
...office is investigating, and they tell us at this point they're still fact-finding and working alongside Child Protective Services and Laura. Once their investigation wraps up, the case will be passed on to the prosecutor's office for review if warranted. Josh, Janice.
Julie, you got to work on the enthusiasm here, man. You kind of bored me with that one. Corey says, daily activity includes pretending the Confederacy won. Megan writes, Eric, I laughed hard at, come on, kids, we're going to go reenact January 6th. Amanda says, hang on a second. Daisy's looking Bruce. Hey, no, we can't do that, honey. Come on. Let's get down. Come on, baby doll. No, come on. Let's go. Yep. Don't lick Bruce. You're going to get him all wound up. If he had balls, you'd be blue balling him. Amanda says, you can ensure child safety. Actually watch them. Well, yeah, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. Adam says, only binary children accepted. Chris says, this is just a libtard conspiracy to destroy America. Amanda wants to egg the house. This is a good time that we've taken out the former Zaniac trash. Because can you imagine what the chat would be now with all of those R words? Oh, shit. Be an absolute shit show. Okay. Well, that is that. Very interesting story. We are just a minute or two away from an absolute legend making an appearance in this show. Trigger Time with Rick from TC Paintball. Thank you to Jennison Pool and Spa Depot on Chicago Drive in Jennison between 8th and 12th on the south side of the street. Now, if you've always wanted an in-ground pool in your backyard, if you call 616-457-0500 and schedule, of course, a free in-store consultation, you are on your way. It's at that point that you can figure out if this is right for you. Because Jeremy out the door from Jennison Pool and Spa Depot is going to tell you exactly what to expect. If you give him the okay, he's going to come to your house, check out the yard. This looks good. And then by midsummer or early summer, you're going to be having a pool party at your house in your brand new vinyl liner in-ground pool or your solid fiberglass in-ground pool. Those are your options. Those are what is installed these days. So call this number, 616-457-0500. If you try to get a pool installed with any other company, you're on a 2-year waiting list. Everything's backlogged. Jeremy's been installing pools for 25 years, and he just added 2 work crews. That's why this is possible. 616-457-0500 for Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. If you happen to go to the showroom, there's also going to be a ton of hot tubs for sale. Number 1 in West Michigan for hot tubs. Gosh, seriously, the bells and whistles you can get on these things. I think there's one you can even put your dick in the side of it. Anyway, 616-457-0500. He also services all spas, hot tubs, pools. You can get all your chemicals there. The lowest price possible, the best quality, and anything pool or hot tub related at Jennison Pool and Spa Depot. Everything that you need is there. 616-457-0500. Improve your backyard and improve the value of your home by installing a pool this summer. Thanks to Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider of the Eric Zane Show podcast. These folks are great because tech sometimes will betray you. When that happens, get a hold of Blue Frost IT, 616-200-8550. Now, if you're a small or medium-sized business, I suggest you have them already as your managed IT service provider like I do. Basically, it's like having an IT staff on your payroll, except you don't have to pay them nearly as much. 616-200-8550. They can help you with all of your tech. Before we bring Rick in, hello to the Kent County Health Department. It's always important to make sure you're clear as to what goes on there. Now, this does not apply in Ottawa County. Kent County, clearly the superior place to live. Okay, you get a box of food showing up at your door from HelloFresh. Best day ever. You're like, oh, man, I cannot wait to open that thing up. That amazing packaging that keeps everything cold and fantastic. You pull out the meals. You're right. We're going to eat like queens and kings at this household with these meals from HelloFresh. Best day ever. Bonus, you get 65% off that box plus free shipping. Oh, my God. HelloFresh has never had a deal like this, and it's only because you are a listener of the Eric Zane Show podcast. HelloFresh.com/Zane65 and use the code Zane65. You get 65% off plus free shipping. That's incredible. HelloFresh.com/Zane65 and then use the code Zane65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Man, I'm telling you, this is life-changing. The food shows up at the door, everything laid out perfectly. If you know how to read, then you know how to cook amazing meals for your family. Okay? Problem if you don't know how to read. Track down someone in your inner circle who knows how to read, and they will help you. That's how simple this is. HelloFresh, the absolute best fast and fresh recipes. HelloFresh's latest line of meals featuring robust flavors and filling portions are ready in less than 15 minutes. Enjoy taste and quality done quick with recipes like, get this, falafel power bowls. What? Seared steak and potatoes with béarnaise sauce. I had to practice saying that. Or Southwest pork and bean burritos. You'll find quality ingredients in HelloFresh's recipes. In fact, ingredients travel from the farm to your home in less than 7 days, so you know they're fresh. Okay? Again, go to HelloFresh.com/Zane65. Use code Zane65 for 65% off plus free shipping. Check it out. HelloFresh.
And now another no-brainer money-saving tip from Progressive.
Marcus, what happened?
I was changing my oil and I spilled some on the floor.
Oh, well, use these $50 bills to wipe it up.
Perfect. Got any more?
Yeah, take a couple hundred.
Stop. Instead of using money, use an old rag. And here's a better tip from Progressive on how not to waste money. Don't pay too much for car insurance. Drivers who switch and save could save hundreds. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary.
O'Reilly. When you need auto parts, O'ReillyAuto.com is just a few clicks away. We offer convenient options for you to get your parts quickly. Order online and pick up for free at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We'll even bring it out curbside. Or you can have your parts delivered right to your door with free shipping on most orders over $35. Visit O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Because of the experts and professionals with the Kent County Health Department. In Ottawa County, the leader of the health department is a guy who tunes up furnaces and probably charges way too much for a tune-up. Kent County Health Department. Now, yes, that's right. I'm starting a beef between health departments. It's all stupid. Go to accesskent.com/health if you need personal health services. Sometimes a sexually transmitted infection takes place. You have that. Reach out to the Kent County Health Department for information on testing and what you can do to help with that, including an HIV test. This is a very quick process. Walk in, go into a exam room, I guess, testing room, pinprick on your finger. When it comes back, no HIV present, you're on your way. If by chance there is HIV present, they'll take a test again to confirm it, and you're going to find that out. Now, the quicker you find this out, the quicker you can start treatment that can have you living an absolutely normal life as if nothing happened. The longer you wait, though, the longer HIV will cause trouble inside of your system and weaken your immunity. And you don't want that. So if you have been in a situation sexually where you were unprotected and you don't know the sexual history of the person you had the sex with, you should do that. I'm not telling you don't have sex with random people. If that's your thing, that's your thing. But if you're going to have random unprotected sex, there's a real risk there. So you might want to take care of yourself. AccessKent.com/health has all the information you need. Let us bring in our pal Rick from TC Paintball.
Good morning, Zane listeners. Without a name, good morning, Eric Zane.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
I'm just riffing.
Is that?
Hey, a minute ago, did you say Amish bangs?
Yeah.
All right, that one got me.
The guy, the dude in that fight. I mean, god damn, that was quite a haircut. There was so much to work with on that story.
You don't talk that much shit from the low ground.
Yeah, and he was such a not formidable. I mean, he was just a little fucking scrawny bastard.
How do you think he feels the next morning? Do you think that like he was at the end he was like, I didn't do shit. Do you think the next morning he woke up and he really had beef, or did he blame himself?
He's too stupid to realize his own fault.
That's unfortunate.
You know, I think your son is like twice as big as that guy.
My son's pretty tall for an 11-year-old, and I do think that he would tower over him.
Oh, my God. Yeah, he would have kicked his ass. I couldn't believe it. And then the chick looked like she was reasonably attractive. What the fuck is she doing with that dork?
It must be the game he talks, man.
Oh, God, and you know what? He had a wedding band on his left hand. So they're married, which means they might breed. I think, in Texas, they should, remove her ovaries or something.
All right, we got to find the wedding photos, because I'm sure it's not a traditional wedding garb that they're wearing.
Right.
It's camo, it's cowboy hats, there's probably jeans with the dip spit tin mark in the back pocket.
Oh, of course. Oh, my God. Jesus. Incredible. So you saw that. Have you ever been punched like that?
I mean, it's not that I don't talk shit. I do talk some shit. But I think I have a gauge to allow me to stop the shit talking before it gets really serious. I've been punched before, but I don't think I've been punched like that when I knew the odds were stacked against me. Number one, dude in the high ground was a lot bigger. Like, even if they're on the same ground, he's probably going to win that fight.
Right.
And then other dude is inebriated, and he's standing a lot lower than bigger dude is. So he had a lot stacked against him there.
So has anybody ever caught you flush with one that you're like, oh, fuck, you got me?
Oh, yeah, not in a long time.
And then I liked how they so easily just pinned him down and they're playing with his hair.
And they started calling him little boy.
Yeah, little boy. Oh, that's so humiliating.
That was awesome. That's exactly what he deserved.
He just grabbed his fucking ass and sit down here. They were in more danger from the chick throwing wild punches,
I think she protects him on the regular.
Oh, God. Unbelievable. All right. Now, let's say this. Now, do your kids go to daycare?
No, they're in school now. But, you sent me the link to that daycare story.
Now, wow. Now, buried in that, did you see the billboard the lady had in her front yard?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they put some time into that, didn't they?
Okay. So if you had let's say your kid was going to a daycare and then everything was great, and then they put up that massive sign, would you still take the kid to the daycare?
Right. Like, if it happened and then you had to continue to support this daycare after you realize what their true beliefs are.
Yeah.
I think that unless you really know your customer base as a business of any type, you got to be less extremist no matter which end of it you're on.
Right.
You can't show those colors, I don't think.
I think that, though, if I really liked the daycare, if I went there and she said, hey, I'm going to lock the children in tents today, and I went, oh, good. Well, they should be locked up. And then she put the sign up. I wouldn't care. I don't care as long as you take care of the kids. I'm being silly, of course.
I would have assumed that she was kidding about locking the kids up. And the way that they told the story in the news piece there, the way they told the story, it was like so matter of fact. Like, yeah, I've been doing this for years. It's not abuse.
Yeah, yeah. Who knows? I think it is. I mean, obviously they intervened. Someone tipped them off. That's also, she could probably have gotten away with it. I think. I would bet if she didn't have the Trump sign, because all that does is draw attention, and someone's going to rat your ass out who doesn't like you.
13 kids and one chick watching them? Like, no wonder she had to lock them up.
Yeah, completely. I don't know what the limit is, but I mean, I know.
Didn't it say that she was approved for like 6 kids?
Okay, there you go.
One person watching them.
That's
and
probably
she more than doubled it, like within a year or something.
That's probably true. I probably was thinking of jokes and not listening to the story, but that sounds about right. So now she's fucked, and she's probably going to blame Joe Biden. All right. I want to talk with you about the local drive-by shooting. And I guess there was another one last night. I doubt they're related because it was in Northeast Kent County. But yeah, did you see the video of the people of the car driving by and then opening fire on the house?
Yeah, the one near your house?
Right.
Yes.
Wow.
But did you say there was another one last night on the northeast side?
Yeah, actually 2 in Kent County. And then I think they might have gotten the dude in that one.
Okay.
I don't think that. Now, the rumor on the street is that the one near my house is somebody snitched. And that there was a group of people that were committing break-ins and larcenies. All right. And one of the groups snitched, and supposedly the person in the group lived in that residence who snitched. Young person. And then this happens. That is just, fucked up. Why can't you just kick his ass? Or, I don't know. I guess that's what people think that they have to do is shoot into a house randomly.
It's kind of unbelievable, isn't it? So, obviously I have a lot of questions when that comes up. When you first started talking about the story, you knew, or at least I knew, or I had this instinct that, it wasn't, it was because of something. It is drive by a house and shoot it. And that gives me a little bit of peace in the matter because, I don't want my house driven by and shot at. Now, they're shooting at somebody they had beef with, which I'm not justifying it, but at least it wasn't, a good guy getting shot at. But there's good people in the house at the same time. I guess keep your nose clean and you won't have issues like this. But yeah, drive-by shootings and this day and age it's a scary thing.
So yeah, it's amazing that people would actually do it, knowing that there's cameras everywhere. You're going to get caught. You can't do anything. You can't take a pee outside without being on camera.
Oh yeah.
So it's just ridiculous that they would even attempt it. So they will get caught. It's just a matter of
we're talking about the lowest common denominators here, right? Their way to go make money is larceny and break-ins. Like, this is a desperate time for a cross section of society. So, desperate time, desperate measures. People get dangerous. People do shit they shouldn't be doing, and it puts a lot of people at risk. That's a sad part of our society right now.
To be such a degenerate that you just shoot rounds into a house, knowing that a person, a baby, an elderly person, anybody, a dad, a mom, could take one right, could kill them just like that. And they don't even go, hey, maybe this is a bad idea. The fact that no one would go, no, let's just kick his ass, not shoot into the house. No common sense takes over.
Kids do stupid shit, and that's scary because I did a lot of stupid shit when I was a kid. I never shot into a house. I never shot at anybody. I never did anything that dangerous, but I can look back on my past, and I did some stupid shit that I regret. There's no doubt about it. And now that I'm bringing up kids, and I try to, impart all those lessons into them before they have to go through it themselves, they never learn, they never listen, and they got to go do the stupid shit themselves so they learn. What a disconnect we have in our society that we can't teach the next generation without them learning it hands-on, man. So they got to go through this shit themselves, and that's also scary. That there's some bad days ahead for your own kids because they're going to make stupid decisions.
Rick, are you still doing the Sunday event where all the high-profile players come in and start kicking each other's ass?
Yeah, in fact, we've had to a little bit because I have so much of the tournament side of things going on that we always do Sunday mornings, a practice Sunday morning before open play starts. We've traditionally for years, actually more than decades now, we've done a Saturday night event that's basically the same thing called Fight Night that all the tournament players come in and kind of beat on each other a little bit. And I've had to add Saturday morning as well because both those other sessions are getting so busy that it's hard to get everybody that shows up plenty of field time. So I've expanded into another session Saturday mornings that we basically come out and a bunch of team players run drills against each other and try to get sharp.
Do I smell another relocation of TC Paintball to accommodate this in the future?
Oh, man. I don't know. If you would have told me 22 years ago now when we opened where we'd be today, I would have called you a liar and I wouldn't have believed it. We've made some pretty great strides and kind of added some cool things every time we've moved. So where we are is kind of a surprise to me, and I don't know where we're going to be next, but I'm not done building what I have here yet. So I don't want to say we're going to outgrow it because if I continue to just add different sessions, we're able to manage it. It could be a lot worse. Life is good.
When you broke the news to mom and dad that you were going to open a business, I'm guessing you were about 24 years old, 26 years old, ballpark, right?
Yeah, right in that neighborhood.
Did they want to wring your neck? I mean, how did they respond to you saying, I am going to be a owner of a paintball facility and that's my lot in life? How did they react?
Well, let's be clear. I haven't figured out my lot in life yet. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. I'm 49. I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. But when I opened the paintball store initially, it was just a part-time gig. So it was just something that, hey, I'm in the industry. I really like it. I think I have some business acumen. So I'm going to try to do this and make some money on this sport that I enjoy. And it went from that to a couple of years into it. The business really started to pick up. Our revenue really started to pick up. And at the time, I was part owner of a body shop with my dad. And I was just doing that part-time. I would get done with the body shop in the afternoon and then go to the paintball store at night. And, I was doing both until it got to the point where my dad kind of wanted to get out and retire. And I didn't really have a lot of desire to continue it. So I just dove into paintball head first and then, and just kind of figured out if we could do it or not.
That's really cool. That's actually fantastic. I'm glad to hear how that unfolded. I've never asked you that, so that's cool. All right. Well, look, man, I appreciate you so much. Super Bowl, you picked Philly, right?
I did pick Philly, and that's. I think it's. I don't know what the line is right now, but I feel like it's going to be a really good game. Obviously, Mahomes' health is gonna play into that a lot. If he takes a lot of hits early on, that's going to affect things. I'm not a KC fan, but I feel like they're the better team. But I definitely want Philadelphia to win.
Yeah, I just think that Philly's going to win. They're favorites to win, and looks like the spread is 1.5 points right now, so not much at all.
1.5 who? Kansas City?
Philly is favored.
Oh, good.
Yeah. You ever look at those prop bets?
Oh, yeah, the prop bets are great. But I got so many squares right now. I'm trying to keep track of all my squares. I haven't done any prop bets this year.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, I appreciate you. You're the best, and I'll talk to you down the road, okay?
Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Rick from TC Paintball once again. Prop bets. Eagles touchdown. Results of first scoring play. Eagles touchdown. It says plus 175. I don't know what that means. Chiefs touchdown. Plus 200. Does that mean if you bet $1, you get 200? What? Some of you degenerates, can you fill me in on this? In Eagles safety, if the first scoring play is an Eagles safety, it's plus 6,600. What the hell does that even mean? You bet 100 to get 125 on a plus 125. So that means the Eagles safety or the Chiefs safety, you bet 100 and you get $6,600. That's the one I want to do. Okay. And then it says, which team will score first? Now it says Philadelphia minus 110. What the fuck does that mean? Does that mean if you bet $100, you lose 110? Can one of you explain that to me? Minus 110? What is that? On minus 110, you bet 110 to get 100. Oh, I get it. That seems obvious. What team will punt first? No big deal, because if you bet $100 on Philly, you would then get, wait a minute. What did he say again? Savage Son. Okay. I would then bet $110 to get 100. Which kicker will have the most kicking points? Those aren't a big deal. Exotic props. National anthem. Before the ball is even snapped, you can bet on the national anthem. The most popular way to wager on the singing of the national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner, is the length. Sports books post an over-under length for the time it will take the singer to sing the national anthem. And you can bet on whether this singer will go over or under that time during their performance. The over-under for country star Chris Stapleton to sing the anthem at Super Bowl 57 is set anywhere from 119.5 to 125. So over is 124.5. That means you bet, and it's a minus 182. That means you bet 182 to get 100. Under 124.5. Boy, that seems like one where if Chris Stapleton were approached on that, he could very easily manipulate that. He would just know. He would just tell his wife to bet their life savings. All right? To bet, okay, for under in seconds, 124.5. If she bets their life savings, she then would get that times 135. Is that right? I don't know. I'm just saying he can manipulate the fucking thing. Coin toss. Halftime show props. Just because the action on the field is taking a break doesn't mean prop betting has to as well. You can bet on the number of songs. The Gatorade bath, what color the Gatorade is. If you say purple, you bet 100, you win 750. If you bet none, you bet 100, you get 1,200. All right, there you go. We'll be hosting this weekend. I'm expecting a full house. Don't know where I'm going to put all of them. If I had some furniture in my basement, we could go downstairs. Have 2 TVs going. Perhaps folding chairs. Happy betting. If you do bet, go to MyBookie. That's a sponsor that you hear only on the audio podcast. MyBookie, promo code Zane. You also only hear an ad for HelloFresh on the audio podcast. HelloFresh.com/Zane65. That saves you 65% on the cost plus free shipping. It's a damn good deal. Oh, God. Blue State Rob says, we need a bet where if you lose, you have to sniff the NFK's chair. I would have less chance getting feces in my nose if I had him shit in my hand and rubbed it on my nose. Fuck. Guess what, folks? It's pee-pee time. Thank you for your patience. But I'm a little under the weather. So frustrating. It just trickles. You see, I'm only allowed to take one FlowMax, and it's after you eat. So, I don't know. It has kind of a I think that the one I took yesterday, the effect of it is fading. Blue State Rob references this, and it's funny because it says, how much time will we have to wait for the meds to create Simonson flow? Oh, my God, you are not kidding. I witnessed that. That fucking fire hose. And I'm there, dribble, trickle. I don't know. I hope soon. I hope very, very soon. My doc did say this. He goes, if after the 10 days you're done taking the medicine and you still haven't seen any improvement, you got to come back. Now we got to do some more troubleshooting, which I don't know. Does that result in a biopsy? They have to go in and I know what he said. He did say we would get a scan, take a look with some type of imaging, MRI or whatever, of that area to see if there's something causing the issue. Chris says the Roto-Rooter. Yeah, and that just made my hands tingle thinking about that. Brandis tunes in. She says, I missed something. I hope you are all right, Eric. I am. I have a prostate issue. Prostatitis, as it's called now, which medicine for 10 days, good to go. Good to go. But I just started that. So we're trying to, and then also my doctor put two of his fingers so deep inside of my anus, I thought they would come out of my dick tip. Chris, not Clay from Buffalo, says, I hope you start peeing like when I start a 4-inch water discharge pump at work. Full flow. That's what you do. Okay. We're learning more about you, Chris, including your name. Chris, it's 9:30. Why aren't you listening to Free Beer and Hot Wings? On in Buffalo. Here, we can check them out.
This.
All right. It hurts to do, but I'm going to have to get rid of stuffed jalapenos.
Sounds like those are gone.
I like them.
Oh,
I do.
Kelly's one notch away from the bench. Hot Wings, you have the next pick. I know what I'd do.
What's up with her laugh?
Well, maybe
Why would you take it
Very
first from him?
squeaky and raspy.
Never take.
I'm not going to. I have so much time to think about it.
Never take criticism from someone you wouldn't ask for advice.
I have so much time to think about it with all of my non-participation. This is like high school basketball. I had a lot of good ideas.
Well,
you know, I can't do it. Too wacky. Very, very wacky. Rob says, I wonder if your jizz is affected by the swelling. Well, I was reading that FlowMax can cause painful ejaculation. Now, so there's that. I haven't tested it. I might have to just to see, and then that would be a funny story. If jizzing becomes painful. I've never had that happen where jizz leaving your penis and then it hurts. That would be different and very strange. Some people like pain during sex. Not me. Show of hands. Do you like pain, like actual pain, like being hit while you're having... I mean, seriously, that's horrible. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more Super Bowl things to discuss with you. Namely, Michael Irvin, Hall of Famer, Dallas Stars, absolutely incredible career, and notorious crackhead and substance abuser. Just about the time you were thinking the guy was getting his act together in about 2005, he got pulled over. There's a crack pipe in the car. And he's like, it's not mine. I didn't do anything. I deny till you die. And he's great at it, and it worked. If you are a listener that smokes crack and you get busted with a crack pipe in your car, for the love of God, don't stop lying. Deny, deny, deny till you die. More often than not, it works. So this guy has a history. He knows what he's doing when it comes to denying things. All right. He works for the NFL Network. Again, this is a Hall of Famer, legendary career with the Dallas Cowboys. And people tune in just to watch him. You know, he's in one of those settings where there's like 10 guys seated at a desk. One guy is an actual TV dude, and the rest are former players. That's what he's going to do for the Super Bowl. Well, he was in Arizona for the Super Bowl, which, by the way, that stadium looks ridiculous. It is. I love it. It looks like a spaceship. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to show it to you right now. Look at that thing. That is fantastic. And they have a roof that can open and close. So one of those deals. And not only that, but it's even though they have a roof over it sometimes, the field is real grass. And see where it says red zone here? That opens up and the field rolls. The whole field rolls out of the venue where it gets sunlight and they water it. And then when it's game time, they hit a button and the field rolls into the stadium. Because if they kept it inside and even with an open roof, it's still not going to get enough direct sunlight to allow for a healthy playing surface. So I think, here's an image of that. That's the field outside. And then they hit a button and boom, the field's inside. Fucking A. Yes. It is so fucking cool. I love that stadium. I think that's the coolest looking stadium you're ever going to find. Fantastic. All right. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, Michael Irvin. Yeah. Anyway. The NFL Network said to Michael, hey, buddy, we don't need you this year. Because what are you talking about? I'm here. I'm ready to go. Yep. There's a problem. You're being accused of something. What? And I don't know if he even knows. Well, he does, but he's playing dumb, and he's good at it. I guess he was shit-faced, went back to the hotel, and something happened with a chick. Now, we don't know yet what the hell happened. In fact, I should probably look up Michael Irvin update. Just if anybody spilled some tea. Nope. It's all just taken off of Super Bowl coverage after misconduct allegation. And the thing is, she's not talking about the allegation. And that's smart. Because that's the way you turn this into profit. You wait until the appropriate time to drop the hammer. Now, Irvin doing his part here. You got two stalwarts, champions. You got the chick who's keeping her lips closed right now, and Irvin, who's an unbelievable liar. New York Post reports Irvin was sent home after a woman at a hotel made an unspecified complaint. NFL Network says Michael Irvin is no longer part of the Super Bowl coverage this week. He's done. So, okay. If you're the NFL Network and he's a key guy and someone says something, there's got to be someone knows more. Okay? But they're not sharing that. Irvin is talking, though, and here's the lie. He talked to the Dallas Morning News, said he engaged in no physical contact with the woman beyond a handshake when they parted ways. He would have you believe that he walked in, said hello, oh, nice to meet you, shook her hand, and left. That's what he wants you to believe. Honestly, I'm a bit baffled with it all, Irvin said. This all happened in a 45-second conversation in the lobby. When I got back after going out, I came into the lobby. And I talked to somebody. I talked to this girl. I don't know her. And I talked to her for about 45 seconds. We shook hands. Then I left. That's all I know. I don't believe that. Irvin told the Dallas Morning News he hasn't seen the woman since the initial encounter. He also said he couldn't remember the full nature of the conversation, but insisted the only physical contact between the two was the handshake. Now, this is key. I don't remember what we talked about. What? How the fuck can you not? How can you even say that? This is all part of the lie, the manipulation. These fucking creeps, this is how they operate. But it's plausible deniability. Lie till you die. I don't really recall that conversation, to tell you the truth. Whenever someone says to tell you the truth, they're not. We were out drinking. Okay, that I believe. It was just a friendly conversation. What's up? I don't even know. I'm totally perplexed. There was definitely nothing physical. That's honestly all that happened. Nobody was in my room. It was a 45-second conversation in a lobby, a handshake, and we left. I don't know. I don't know what this is. And it's running me crazy. Cops have no complaint yet. So who knows? I don't know what happened. I don't know what he said. Maybe the handshake was him holding her hand and then taking one finger and scraping her palm. And then his other hand was like this. He's going with a V up to his mouth and his tongue sticking out. I don't know. One way or the other. Either that or she's just making it all up. And I just don't believe that. I do not believe that that happened. I believe that you did something stupid. And now you're in trouble for it. Trouble, like, monetarily. Because if you're this chick, there's going to come a point after she's been victimized that Michael Irvin is going to approach her. What is it going to cost to make this go away? That is going to be the question. And she starts at $2 million. And he says $1 million. And she says 1.750. And that's how it goes. She's going to settle between them without anybody knowing anything for $1.5 million. Congratulations. What a wonderful thing. If you are a hospitality worker in where all these famous rich people are, you might strike it rich just like this chick is about to. You watch. This will come about that way. Or she'll go to the cops, and then he's fucked. Unbelievable. Where I live, they're planning a sober bowl. The sober bowl is mainly open to the dudes at the homeless shelter and the recovery community. Now, that's a party I want to see. Audio check, video check, mic check. Here we go.
But having fun at a Super Bowl party can be pretty difficult if you're looking to avoid alcohol. Fortunately, there is a party in town that'll make sure.
By the way, last time I went to an actual Super Bowl party, I fucking hated it. Because all I want to do is watch the game quietly without talking to anyone. Look at my phone here and there, maybe tweet something out. The last thing I want to do is be surrounded by assholes.
Sure, you have all of the fun on Sunday without the Monday morning headache. Our Lauren Edwards explains.
It's called the Sober Bowl, and the folks at Guiding Light tell me it'll be a super time because their goal is sobriety, not just at kickoff, but every day thereafter.
Oh, man.
You're looking for that brain to say, you know.
There you go. 12 traditions.
what? Wow. Tonight ended and I didn't use or drink and I had a good time.
That's all that the folks at Guiding Light want for their men at their...
Okay. This is something that like Ben Affleck should go to, you know? Maybe he would have a better time at the Sober Bowl than he would with his really high maintenance wife and all the people drinking around him as he battles alcohol dependency.
Sober Bowl event on Sunday. They preach abstinence and say you can have fun sober.
No.
I used to never think that I could do that I could enjoy myself while sober. Now I'm so far removed from that, I can't picture myself doing anything drunk. It's ridiculous. But I will say that over time, I have figured out how to have fun. I've talked about that before without being drunk. But there was a time that I was like, fuck, I was Affleck. I was like, I am so fucking bored. I wish I were drunk right now. What the fuck?
Now, is it a little bit of a different kind of fun? Yes, it's much more meaningful. First of all, I can remember.
So you can remember when the guy next to you shits in his hand.
I don't have to ask somebody else, what did I say last night?
They can come, eat wings in the dining room, and enjoy the game on the projector. Executive Director Brian Elvey says,
who has nice posture,
says he knows their message is far from what the game is known for.
And look, he's a hand model. He's got to be.
According to Sestra Smart Dispensing and other sources, Americans will consume 325 million gallons of beer that day.
I believe the Monday after this event is the number one day that people call in sick. And so it seems to represent, like, tonight I can just kind of go hog wild.
And the temptation to drink is very real, he says. All it takes is one drink.
When you live that way, you're risking quite a bit, especially if someone that is an addict, you know, you could get on a binge or find yourself in that cycle of addiction again.
With lots to lose from jobs, relationships, and quality of life, the Sober Bowl is only open to the folks at Guiding Light in the sobriety community.
Cole writes, I hope no one goes to this party.
However,
in a perfect world, they wouldn't. I mean, that would mean that they don't have a problem with booze.
For others who struggle with addiction, Elvie says it's best to consider where you're watching the game.
Environment's everything. One of the biggest predictors.
This is what he's talking about Affleck right here.
Of behavior is environment. So if you're with the buddies, it doesn't matter. If they're doing something, there's a very good chance you're going to be doing what they're doing.
So he says it's best to rethink your plans and reframe your thinking.
Yeah, you got to protect yourself, you know?
Can be enjoyed without a hit or sip.
For us, it's kind of like, hey, I can have fun, I can be myself, and people might just be fine with me. I don't need to be under the influence to be the...
Yeah, I would want to have a clear brain when I'm telling the homeless dude next to me to shut the fuck up while I'm watching the game.
Funny guy or the great guy, and I can just kind of be here and enjoy myself.
So again, the Sober Bowl is really only for the people at Guiding Light, and also...
Can you imagine if the Super Bowl sues them for calling it Sober Bowl? And they have to go out of business because to pay off the lawsuit.
So for the recovery community, but they encourage others to host similar parties.
Look at this guy. The guy in the background. He's got a blanket over his head. He goes, I'm going, motherfucker.
As well on Sunday. Reporting here in Grand Rapids, Lauren Edwards, Fox 17 News.
One thing we can all hope for is a good game.
What? That was some happy chat. We can just hope for a good game. Holy shit. That's what Kyle adds. Says if you want to stay sober, you should stay away from those things. Yes, absolutely. That's the right way to do it. You know? Hopefully, you're around understanding people who won't do that. You know? It's a little different with your old pal Eric because so many years have gone by. Hell, I was only drinking for 9 years. Age 17 to 25. Almost 26. Maybe 16. I don't know. But boy, it was a lot. Drank way too much. Shit. My God. All right. So the Sober Bowl is going down, ladies and gentlemen. Couple more things I want to get to. Actually, let me do this. Hello to my friends at Tag Accounting, 616-301-9516. Get your taxes done at Tag. Help support the sponsors that help me. If you've done your taxes in the past or had your mother-in-law do it for you, skip that. You and anyone else is not aware of the current changes of tax law. Drop about $100 on it, sometimes north of, sometimes south of, depending on your return. And have the Eric Zane Show podcast tax accountant, Troy Ginzer, do your taxes for you. 616-301-9516. Super, super important because this is a business that it's like 3 months out of the year, Troy advertises here. And he expects the phone to ring. If not, I'm out. And I just can't have that. 616-301-9516. Tag Accounting. Online at tagcpa.net. We talked to Rick earlier from TC Paintball. Great things always happening at TC Paintball. Such a fun time. Book an event for your family and friends. Okay? Honor the drive-by shootings that have been going on by playing paintball. It's a horrible idea and a dumb thing to say. TCPaintballGR.com. Book an event today. Of course, they have a fully stocked pro shop. And when you go in with your party to have a great time, all you need to do is bring your cash and yourself. Everything is there. Guns, masks, paint, and fun. TC Paintball at TCPaintballGR.com. We got Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Legendary. Maintain the vehicle. Scheduled maintenance at 616-532-6600. Even if it's just something as simple as an oil change. Get it done there. Wheel alignment. Whatever. The thing leaves you stranded on the side of the road. New car, old car, regular combustion motor, EV, hybrid. 616-532-6600. Early bird drop-off, late bird pickup. And they even have a loaner car program. If you need to borrow a car, that's free. Complimentary. Thank you, Irvine's. You know what? I'm going to get these last two out of the way and then finish up. As you know, Bosco's Pub, part of Terrace Square, Hudsonville, Michigan. I'm not going to be able to work there until the end of the month because the schedule's so ridiculously busy. But that doesn't mean you can't go enjoy the best burger you are ever going to have. I was talking with Doug about his business plan. And another person that he had just met was talking to him about the restaurant industry. And he says, just make smash burgers. And he goes, I don't like those. And the guy goes, why? They're easy and quick to make. He goes, yeah, that's why. These are so much better than smash burgers or something like that. And all I recommend is that you try them. Okay, it's one thing to get you in there to try the food and have a couple of drinks. It's will you come back? And I've yet to meet someone who said, I'm never going back there again. Unless if you're like a former Zaniac.
I'm a 50-year-old man doing what a 50-year-old man should.
They won't go just because I'm associated with them. But outside of those morons, Bosco's Pub will not let you down. And last but not least, batting last in the order today, certainly not least, the immortal Joe Martinez. No, he cannot lead the Kent County Health Department, but he can install a furnace or an air conditioner for lower price than anybody else. AEheatingcooling.net. Call 616-516. Wait a minute. 616. I had it and then it's gone. Go to the website, AEheatingcooling.net. Sometimes they just leave my brain. No idea. Had an interaction with a dude at the YMCA yesterday, and he comes walking towards me, an older gentleman. I make eye contact with him. I don't know him. I look away. He says, hi, Eric. Remember me? And I said, yeah, hey, what's up, guy? And he goes, yeah, just getting back into it. I haven't been here in a while. I go, oh, yeah. I was wondering where you been. I was just thinking about you, man. Chief. Yeah, well, I'm going to get back after it now. Gotta start moving a little bit. I go, yeah, I hear you, guy. That's good. Welcome back, pal. And then he goes, I'll be seeing you. And then now that's the cue that I have to ask the tough question there. If I'm going to see him again, I don't want to go through this again. So I go, what's your name again? He gets a little smirk because he's heard about me and names. And he goes, Jim. Hey, Jim, thank you. It's good to see you again. No idea who he is. Never seen this guy in my life. As far as I know, I have not seen him. Are you kidding me? Oh. 616-516-8579. Thank you, Joe. I can't believe I forgot that. Been saying it for years. Still plenty of time in the heating season. If that thing goes south, it's probably because you're not maintaining it. Have Joe come clean it. 616-516-8579. It's going to cost you about $79. All right. So all this week, people have been talking about thirst traps because of Tom Brady. So you Tom Brady posts a thirst trap. So all the chicks are loving Tom Brady. If I was a chick, I would not be attracted to him. He's a lanky fucking beanpole. In fact, I think it's the greatest accomplishment isn't 7 Super Bowls. It's the fact that with that anemic, skinny fucking body, he didn't get killed. I think that's what it should say on his statue at the Hall of Fame. Built like Captain America before he took the super soldier serum and didn't get killed. Audio check, video check. Rob Gronkowski is at the Super Bowl. Oh, I just love this guy. Mic check. And he is talking about, this is his reaction to Tom Brady's thirst trap photo.
We all saw the tweet. Can you break down this photo for us, please?
Did he do it right?
Hold on, man. Hold on.
For us, please.
Did he do it?
I gotta back up.
Can you break down?
Yeah, look at him. There's hardly any muscle on the guy. It is a miracle that this fucking pipsqueak, he's like 6'4". He's like 6'4", 105 pounds.
This photo for us, please.
He looks like a little boy, like a kid who hasn't hit puberty yet. If it wasn't for the hair on his legs, and his arms, you would think this was an 11-year-old kid.
Did he do it right?
What do you think?
I don't think he did it right. I think everything's right, but his hand is not in the right place. He's covering up a little bit. You're not supposed to be covering up. That's what's supposed to be showing. You got to show the package, Tom.
You got to show the package. He's right, though. I mean, if he did not have his hand there so we could see his twig and berries through the underwear, I would look at that. I want to see dick.
Rob Gronkowski shares his opinion about former teammate Tom Brady's recent thirst trap. The newly retired NFL star shared this stripped-down pic on Twitter. As for why, we have Gronk to explain.
I guess he put a tweet out on his Brady brand that said if I get 40,000 likes or something, I'll post a picture in my underwear.
Yeah, it's a bet Tom clearly lost. He captioned the post, "Did I do it right?" tagging his pals Julian Edelman and Gronk.
Very natural voiceover for this story.
I think everything's right, but his hand is not in the right place. He's covering up a little bit. You're not supposed to be covering up. Everything looks good. besides his hand placement, came through with his promise. So when I saw that, I was a little shocked. I was like, Tom posing in his underwear, doing selfies in the mirror. Uncharacteristic of him, that's for sure. But that's what we love about Tom. When he throws a curveball, it's always, it's always for the fun, and it's always great to see him doing that.
Like Tom, Gronk's now.
He should follow it up. Brady should get one where he's completely nude and his dick is 100% stiff. I mean, the world would crack in half if suddenly you see Tom Brady in a throbbing purple dick.
And preparing for his next chapter, which involves Gronk Beach, his very own
Gronk Beach
music festival.
It's the third Gronk Beach. Our first one we did was I was retired in Miami 3 years ago. Then we did one last year at the draft in Las Vegas, and that was super successful. And now we got this one for the third annual Gronk Beach, and it just keeps getting better every single time.
All right, everybody accuses that guy of being stupid. He's not stupid. He's smart enough to have kept all his money. That's the story about Gronkowski. Everybody thinks he's just a fucking rockhead. But as the story goes, I think he saved a ton of money and didn't blow it on stupid shit. All right. Let's see. The Buffalo Bills' Von Miller is in the news. Now, he's one of the reasons why Chris and Buffalo's Bills, his injury made it so that the team struggled. And boy, what a shit show game that was in the playoffs. Oh, God. He's a new dad. Congrats. He made the big announcement 2 or 3 days ago. He has a son, the second child for him, and longtime partner Megan Denise. He was hurt in the Lions game, I think it was, on Thanksgiving. So why am I talking about the birth of some football player's kid? It's because the kid has a fucked up name. Von Miller has named his son Victory, and then it's B. Vishon Miller. Wait, huh? There it is. Victory, and then B, capital B, with an apostrophe, and then a capital V, lowercase S-E-A-N. When I have to sound out someone's name, it's a disaster. Victory is also, now there's a pretty good chance that Von Miller's kid is going to be a badass. So I'm pretty sure there won't be much bullying. And if there is bullying, it'll probably happen once before Victory murders a kid on the playground. But you can expect death on the playground in about 7 or 8 years when some dumb shit gets brave enough to make fun of Victory for the name Victory B. Vishon Miller. So what I'm getting at here is Von Miller naming the kid Victory is, in a weird way, causing the murder of another child. Because the other kid in this scenario is going to make fun of the kid because the kid's got a fucked up name and not realize that this kid is stronger than everybody else combined and is going to murder the kid on the playground. And this is all Von Miller's fault. Fuck you, Von Miller. That's how it is. That's the quickest way to make someone not a bully is beat the shit. Well, kill them, frankly. And that's going to happen. My God. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the asshole of the day. Brought to you by Rick and TC Paintball. Yesterday's asshole of the day was Grand Rapids Christian, who served the soul food lunch, or let's honor Black History lunch with fried chicken. My God. Still can't believe that story. Cole here does not like the Sober Bowl. I don't understand why you would have a problem with the Sober Bowl. It's trying to help people. Chris in Buffalo is now saying, fuck it. Let's make free beer and hot wings. Chris says, MAGA scum running the kiddie concentration camp. That's funny. MAGA babysitters. Thank you, TC Paintball, for making the MAGA babysitter, I guess it'd be sitter, your asshole of the day. Okay, that is my time for Daisy and Bruce. O'Neill on the floor again. Oatmeal on the floor again. Queen of the Forest. The one and only NFK and myself. I thank you very much for being part of this show. Please consider signing up on Patreon to continue your support of the show. That is listener-supported, ad-free Patreon. Put a lot of hard work into that thing, and I want you to be part of it. So maybe just for 1 month, try it out, $5 or $10, and off you go. It really does help keep the lights on, so thank you for that. All right, I'll talk to you on Patreon. Have a good one, folks. See you. Bye-bye. Ben and Eric Saturday.